Hello there, glue dots. Here we go again. We're going to give this another try. Normally, I do my lives on the first of each month, but yesterday being Sunday, it was a very full day, had a lot going on, which I'll tell you all about. And so I decided it was going to be easier to do it today. If I can speak, it will be easier to do it today. And then I scheduled it as my usual time, 2 o'clock today, and then discovered that I have another call at 2 o'clock that I'm supposed to be on. So, welcome everybody that is here. And thanks for joining me again. I don't know if you were on yesterday. Hi, Evelyn and Sharon. You guys are back. Um, yeah, so it's probably going to be a short one because I totally forgot. Normally, I'm part of this mastermind group call, a business call on the once a month. Hi, Angelica. Hi, Liz. Welcome, guys. And they normally do the call at 10 a.m. and he pushed it out today to 2 o'clock. And I didn't know that yesterday when I said we were going to do this at 2 o'clock. So this is probably going to be a really short one, but we're going to make it fun anyway. Hi, Tiata. She's back to see me too. And Julie's here. So good to see you guys. Texas in the house. um, so yesterday we ended up working in the yard, planting flowers, trimming bushes, picking weeds. It was actually so much work. My back was killing me, but it was so worth it. And everything looks beautiful. And I'm sitting here right now staring out my window, looking at all the beautiful flowers and all the stuff that got planted. And I love it. I love springtime. Summer's my favorite, but I really, I don't know, it's a toss up. Springtime beauty is better, but summertime weather is better. So, hi, Tricia. Good to see you. Hi, Anne. And I think, yes, let's see. So I'll tell you the craziness that has been going on. My husband and I decided we were going to do a 21-day vegan cleanse, which no big deal because we tend to eat a little bit like that anyway. We do eat meat, but just not all the time. So, I figured we'd be good. Shouldn't be a problem. Um, it's started, well, we just finished yesterday. So 3 weeks ago, yesterday, we started it. And oh boy, the prep work was insane. And doing it for two people, there's a lot of chopping and cooking and prepping and mixing and all of that stuff. And I felt like I was just constantly in the kitchen. That being said, it was so worth it. It is such an amazing cleanse. The combination of the foods, hi, Vicky. Hi, Evelyn. I said hi to Evelyn already earlier. She was one of the first ones on. I'm losing my mind. And Sharon, I don't know, you guys. I'm so sorry. My brain. Anyway, so the combination of foods in this, I committed to myself that if I'm going to do this, I'm just going to go for it. And whatever combinations she has us put together, I'm just going to try it, even if it's stuff that I don't normally eat or like. And the only thing really that I said that I wouldn't do is green bell peppers because I just really don't like them. But there's a couple other things I'm not fond of, but I just went for it anyway. And it was great. It was amazing. We feel really good. It got us kind of back on track. We both lost a few pounds and we were never hungry. And it was great. I mean, everything about it was great except for a lot of prep work. So if you guys know Dollar Mom, she's also part of the YouTube community and she's on Instagram. She decided to do it too. She started a week after me, and she and her mom are doing it together. Um, So she's been saying too that she's good in the kitchen a lot. But I know that it's worth it for my health and all that. So the thing that made it a little crazy is it Easter fell during the cleanse. So being Greek, well, we have Easter a week after what the traditional Easter is for everyone else who celebrates Easter. And so we went to the park with family and everything, and there was tons of food. And of course, lamb because, that's what Greeks do. We got to do lamb. Otherwise, it's not a party, right? So no lamb for me. Oh, thanks, Tammy. Tammy's been through some of my healthy eating programs too, so she kind of knows what my vibe is in general. And Miss Carrie, hello there. So I ended up being really good. I brought some food with me. I had a lot of salad and I had a lot of veggies and things like that. And I did okay. And honestly, I really didn't even miss all of the other stuff. And it's crazy when you get yourself to a point where you don't even like. I asked my husband, did he feel like there was any appetizers or food or desserts or anything that he really wanted to have that he didn't eat because of the cleanse or that he felt deprived from? And he said no. And I kind of felt the same way. The one thing that I kind of did want that I didn't have, but it wasn't like I was dying for it, was a lamb chop. It just looked so good, right? Fresh off of the barbecue. Kula's here. Hello, Kula from Florida. And Felicia, you're new. Well, welcome. And so far, the day has been great. It's just going to be a little bit crazy. I'm going to talk for a bit and then get off of here because I have another call to get on that is actually going on right now. It's already started, but it's all good. I'll get to it. So anyway, yeah, it was a little hard. So I was doing all the prep for the cleanse, and then I had to bring my famous chocolate chip cookies, rice, and a huge salad for the Easter picnic. And then on top of that, I was the one that booked the space at the park. So I was trying to get all that stuff done. So I was feeling a little bit crazy. And then we made it past Easter, but no sooner we made it past Easter, and the next weekend was my cousin's wedding, which was yesterday, which is what we were driving back from when I did my short little live. And my fabulous and adorable husband volunteered me to make baklava and kurambiedes, which are powdered sugar wedding cookies for 200 people for the wedding. So talk about losing my mind and spending more time in the kitchen. I have never made that much baklava at one time. And so I went to make it with my mom, and it was a bit of a fiasco. And then we ended up kind of messing it up a little bit. So the first pan we did, they're huge. They're talking huge pans, like restaurant size pans that are like 80 pieces in one pan. Um, so we kind of messed it up and we couldn't figure out why. The second pan turned out okay. The first pan looked like a 2-year-old made it. So I brought it home, and my husband was really trying to just be supportive and just go with it. And I just really was not happy with it. And so I had to make yet another pan the next day. And so I was a little scattered. And then I also had the powdered sugar cookies to make, but I only have like a KitchenAid blender or mixer. So there was so much dough in there for the powdered sugar cookies that I couldn't fit it all in there. I was trying to do it by hand. It was not working. My neighbor came over to help me. She's 80 years old with Parkinson's, so it was a sight to see. If some of you have seen my baklava video on my channel, you'll see my neighbor because she's the one that helped me make the powdered sugar cookies. But what a fiasco, because there was dough flying everywhere. There was powdered sugar everywhere. My floor was sticky. And I was kind of just really losing my mind, not kind of, really losing my mind. And then I finally it took a moment to clean everything up before we were going to shape the cookies and put them, on the pans for baking. And of course, I got everything all cleaned up, and that's when my husband got home. So to him, it looked like it was just piece of cake or piece of cookie, shall we say, because he just saw the kitchen all put back together again, but he didn't see the chaos that had ensued just before that. So we get to the wedding on Saturday, and we have 8 big trays of cookies and baklava. And my whole back of my car have an extended length expedition, has pastries in it. And when we got to the reception, it was out on somebody's ranch and in the hills, and it's kind of private roads and things like that. So we couldn't figure out where we were going. We finally found where we were going. Then one of my cousins arrived and she was trying to figure out where to go and she was running late. So she says to me, gosh, I have stuff to carry. I've got a box of baklava that I got to carry up there too. And I said, you have what? And she says, baklava. And I said, who told you to bring baklava? And she says, well, I offered and they accepted. And I was like, ah! So I told her I had spent the last 3 days making baklava and kurampiedes, and now we had extra baklava. So can you just imagine? Can you just imagine how I was feeling in that moment? We took it all up there. Eventually, we got to the right place, and there we, at the end of the wedding, I guess only half the people that were expected to show up showed up. So we had 4 trays at least, if not more, of pastries left over that had never even gotten opened and were still covered. And so I just walked away. I was like, you know what? Not my problem. Not my circus, not my monkeys. My circus and monkeys happened before when I was making it. So I just figured they were going to have to just give it away to neighbors and friends and I don't know, whatever. So that was my zoo of a life. And that ended yesterday. And then now we decided that we're doing hosting Mother's Day at my house on Sunday. So not quite over the craziness yet, but at least I'm not cooking anymore right now. It will be in a few days though. So yes, I wish you guys were close where I could just have you. I would have brought a whole tray or 2 of baklava and kurampiedes and shared them with all of you if you guys were closer. But unfortunately, we can't do that. We can do a virtual sweet eating. The funny thing about this whole thing, I don't even eat sweets. I don't do refined sugar. So I made all that and I just took one bite to taste it to make sure that nobody was going to get poisoned. I was the poison tester, right? Yeah. So anyway, what I want to do since I've got 18 of you here on the live. So I'm so in Zoom mode from being on so many Zoom calls. I want to do what we did last time and pick from the people who are actually here on this Zoom no, not on this Zoom. Look at that. Here she goes again. On this live, I want to pick from those of you that are here to be the winner okay. Back. Let's try that again. I want to pick from the people that are here the drawing winner for the Bling Owl keychain because I think that's much more fun. And so many times there are a couple thousand people on the list who have signed up for the Bling Owl keychain drawing. But you guys are my faithful people who show up every time and I want to reward you guys instead. Evelyn, you have to try cilantro rice. I used to hate cilantro, but because we did a cleanse one time and it called for cilantro pesto, I gagged my way through it once or twice, and now I've got an acquired taste for it and absolutely love it. So it's funny how that can happen. But yeah, send me the recipe, Miss Evelyn, in my email, midnightcrafter65@gmail.com. I would love to try the cilantro rice. Let me read some of these comments and see what is happening over here because, excuse me, I was so busy yapping. Let's see. And then I have to, okay. So Felicia says, my day was great too until I decided to take the train. Been stuck for 6 hours. All bathrooms are closed. Never had to pee so bad in my life. Oh my gosh, that's terrible. I mean, we were on our boat last weekend. My husband really wanted to get it out on the lake, and the lakes are so low that first off, we got way out there and I told him I need to pee. I didn't have a bathing suit. I was just in clothes. So it's not like I could just pee in the lake, right? So I told them to try and find one of those floating bathrooms. Whoops, this whole thing is shaking. But because the water was so low, you couldn't really even get to the floating bathrooms. Yeah. So we were very inventive. We took one of these big bottles and cut the top off, and I'll leave it to your imagination. But I literally almost filled that thing up. So my husband was shocked. TMI, I know. But in case, ladies, you're ever stuck, these cut the top off. It does okay. Um, oh, Vicky, you know what? You can unbecome a sweets person if you do 3 to 6 weeks of no sugar of any kind and like no honey, no maple syrup, no. It's hard. I'm not saying it's easy. It's hard, but it's crazy. Your taste buds will change, and then things will be way too sweet, and you won't like them anymore. So Adamandia, Adamandia. Wow, that's a very, very Greek name. Welcome, because I have not seen you here before. My kids were so disappointed that I didn't make any baklava for Easter, so now I have to get my rear in gear and make some. Well, I'd offer to make some for you, but I'm a little baklava out at this point. Kula says we have a few Greek restaurants and Greek bakeries on the west coast of Florida. Next time I'll ship you some baklava and save you some time. Thank you. Well, I asked my husband, I said, what would you have done if I didn't agree to make it? He said he would have just bought it. And I know that there are people from our church that make it and sell it, but it's $2 for each piece. And we needed 200 pieces, and there's no way I was going to pay $400. So I made my way through it, and it worked. We did it. We got it. So let's see. My email again is midnightcrafter65@gmail.com. So in fact, whoever my winner is, which we're going to pick that person now, and you guys even have better chances if you've won before and I pick your name, by the way, please let me know. And then that way someone else will get a chance, because it's much nicer to spread the wealth around, right? So we have 16 of you on here. I will do what I did last time and ask a question, and then you guys type like maniacs your answers in the chat, and then I'm going to just pick one randomly, like without looking at them. I'm just going to touch a name, and that's who our winner is going to be. So my question this time is, let me see. I don't even know the answer to the question. I was going to ask you guys what's my favorite flower, but I don't even know what my favorite flower is. So that's not the question. I don't know. What's a good question to ask you? La, 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 la. We already did, last time we did my favorite color and what type of dog I have. Let's see. I know, it's terrible. I should have thought about this before I started. Okay. What color is, okay, so you guys, as soon as I ask this question, start typing like maniacs, and you keep typing and retype another. It doesn't have to be a long answer. Just keep repeating it, because like I said, the names are going to be going by fast, and I'm just going to pick. Liz already won one. Yes. And I know Natty's been wanting to win one. So maybe, Natty, you have a good chance this time. Blue eyes, me, it's brown eyes. Hi. From North Africa. Wow. Bright Master. So it's brown eyes from North Africa. Very cool. All right. So the question is, what color, and type away, type multiple times, and I'll be picking what color is my journal that I write in every morning. Go, start typing. Just guess. And as soon as I see the comments starting to move, I'm just going to touch and pick somebody's name. I see it. They're starting to move. So I'm not looking over there. I'm just looking at the camera, only at the camera. And I got Mary Ann Cronin. And you know what? That's funny, because Mary Ann, you're actually close. It's like a turquoisey color with flowers and lots of different colors on it. So Mary Ann, do me a favor, please, Miss Mary Ann, because what happened last time is somebody won, but they never emailed me. So I did not have their information to be able to send out to the winner. So Mary Ann, you are here. If I don't hear from you, unfortunately, I can't send out the keychain to you. So email me, Marianne, at midnightcrafter65@gmail.com and email me your address. Don't put anything here in the chat because it's out in YouTube world and we don't want all the creepies out there having your information. Oh, I gotta stop leaning on my table. So Marianne, email me, midnightcrafter65@gmail.com and send me and let me know what your mailing address is. And Tammy, that's a good guess, purple, because that is my favorite color, as you guys probably found out last time. Hi, Evie. Evie is in Greece right now. Well, right now, always, because that's where she lives. Alithos Anesti. So, guys, okay, let me think. What else? It's been crazy enough with all that stuff going on. I'm really trying to just chill and relax a little bit, but I am part of a couple of business groups that require daily calls and weekly calls and monthly calls. And I have to bounce off of here because we're already 21 minutes into one of the calls I'm supposed to be on. So thank you for coming here, spending time with me. I wish all of you who are moms a very, very, very happy Mother's Day. And I hope that your kids spoil the heck out of you. My kids are going to be coming to visit from Southern California. Oops, I probably shouldn't say that because we're trying to surprise my mom and my sister, but they probably won't see this live anyway, so it won't matter. But anyway, I get to see my kids. I'm super excited about that. We're making gourmet burgers, which is with roasted veggies and caramelized onions and feta cheese, which I'm not putting on mine because I don't eat cheese, but they're fancy schmancy. And we're doing what we call Petrakis fries, which have sumac and oregano and a little bit of salt and some crumbled feta on there and squeezed lemon. They're yummy. So we're going to be eating well on Mother's Day, but I hope you guys have a beautiful, beautiful Sunday. For those who are mothers, happy Mother's Day. For those who are not, happy Sunday. And I hope it's full of blessings and that your whole week is amazing on top of that. And I guess I will be seeing you guys next month on the 1st, unless anything earth-shattering happens that I need to share with you. So if any of you, I've been pretty well, up and down, but pretty good about posting things on Instagram. If you want to follow me there, I tend to be a little better about keeping in touch with people there. Not as much. If you comment on one of my videos on YouTube, I'm pretty good about responding. I'm very good. I think I'm very good about responding unless it falls through the cracks. But I'm much better at responding on Instagram. So my Instagram is EP Midnight Crafter. So you can follow me over there. I would love to chit chat with you more. But until then, my friends, be well, and I will see you again soon. Thanks for coming.